The San Francisco earthquake by Samantha Torres. About 1,000,000 times each year, an average of once every 30 seconds, somewhere around the world, there's a little earthquake that is too small for us to notice. But animals notice all the little movements around their area, but we can't. The 1906 earthquake in San Francisco was the biggest out of all the earthquakes so far, and it caused a lot of damage and a lot of lives lost because of this horrible disaster. This happened in San Francisco. All the people that lived in San Francisco were not expecting this earthquake to be that terrifying. The humongous earthquake in San Francisco in 1906 was caused by two North American plates that got caught on each other, which sent a vibration up through the ground into the city of San Francisco. California has been having earthquakes ever since that massive event in San Francisco. San Francisco was the 9th largest U.S. city with a population of 400,000. Over 225,000 people were left homeless after the earthquake. Over 3,000 people lost their lives. There were 2,800 buildings destroyed. The monetary damage was more than $400 million. Streets were ruined, pipes were bust, cars were trashed, and people's belongings were destroyed. This disaster was a terrifying experience for all the people who lived in San Francisco.
The Awakening of the Dragon by Israel Madden. Mount Pelee was the largest volcanic eruption in the 20th century. In 1902, it had an eruption that was ranked the 4th most destructive volcanic eruption in the world's history. It had not erupted in over 27 years. It sent toxic molten hot clouds of gas along the ground at 600 miles per hour, and it killed around 30,000 people in the city. There were only 2 survivors. With little known about volcanic activity, authorities weren't concerned about the volcano's liveliness. Near the beginning of May in 1902, at the base of Mount Pelee was Mantinique. Residents became concerned about the constant spurt of ash and pungent smell of gas emitting from the apex. The smell of the gas grew more caustic. Locals became more concerned and afraid. The gas that erupted was 800 degrees Fahrenheit and was building up under the lava, which blasted out the heat and killed most of the people. At the event, it also had lightning, and before the volcano erupted, all the gases came out. There were big tremors alerting the people that they could not leave fast enough, that as the gases traveled 600 miles per hour. It killed exactly 29,542 people and left 2 devastated survivors of the horrific event. The city of St. Pierre was in ruins along with the corpses of people and animals and destroyed wildlife. A few weeks later, on April 23, 1902, the volcano sent shocks through the land and sent a light ash of rain over.
Mr. Picky by Tebianology. Poosh. The disastrous volcano of Mount Unzen, Shimbari, Nagasaki, and Kyushu, Japan, 1991. It also erupted in 1792. Unzen was the 7th most deadliest volcano. The magnitude reached 4.5 kilometers km and 100 kmph, and it still is active. The mountain is located in Asia, and its elevation rose to 1,500 meters. This earthquake was caused by 2 tectonic plates shifting away from each other, and the magma forced out the crack gushed out the peak of the volcano. Unzen is the middle of the Eurasian and the Pacific plates. In 1991, the smaller volcano killed about 43 people and 3 volcanologists. 6 people died in hospitals because of burns in 1991. In the dangerous eruption of 1792, the sizzling eruption caused about 1,500 people to die. The volcano damaged most of the nearby city in Shimbari, Nagasaki. This eruption was followed by a blasting tsunami. The last time it erupted was in 1996. This volcano is still active, so no one is sure when it will erupt again. I gave this volcano a nickname, Mr. Picky, because once it has claimed 43 lives and another 1,500. Mount Unzen before explosion. It's supposed to be a picture.
Terra Nemero by Def Camarmingo. It was 1985 when the 6th deadliest volcano erupted. It's known as Nevado del Ruiz and it is a cinder cone volcano located in Colombia, South America, on the South American plate. Scientists and Colombians believed after 1884's eruption, Nevado had rested. Nevado del Ruiz had erupted between 1884 and 1985. The magma had been building up so much that in 1985 it finally blew and lava came spewing all over the city of Amero. It was disastrous. Many warnings were ignored. Scientists noticed that bears had been coming down the mountain and evacuating the city because the mountain was getting hot. After the eruption, there were at least 23,000 people killed and there were 5,000 injured people. The lava had burned many houses, buildings, and hospitals burned down. During the eruption, there were about 17 bears killed by the lava or buried in ash. In the end, Colombia ended up paying $1 billion and then had to pay another $6,000 because when the volcano rested, it formed a glacier over the summit of the volcano. Because of the hot weather, the glacier melted and formed the biggest mudslide in the world. Nevado del Ruiz is no longer active but is still the sixth deadliest volcano in the world. After 1886, there was no more smoke, and scientists said it was no longer active, and it's never erupted since.
Yeah. Yes. Come on, Connect. It's time to stand up. Got some new music. Music that's good for your